Hi, and welcome to 2-Minute Topics. Today's topic is the 6th episode of our 7-part series on international shipping processes. Today, we're covering a high-level overview of customs and duties, taxes, and tariffs. Now, don't worry, we'll be breaking this down further on LinkedIn this week because, let's face it, 2 minutes is just never enough. But your 2-minute case explanation starts now. As goods are traded internationally, they're subject to various regulations and fees imposed by governments of importing and exporting countries. Having these regulations and fees in place ensures compliance with trade laws, protects domestic production and industries, and generates revenue with imports and exports. As mentioned last week, documentation sets the stage for the customs process and duties, taxes, and tariffs assessment. Using the information and data from the documentation, Customs is able to assess duties, taxes, and tariffs, as well as confirm that the goods are in regulatory compliance. Now, it should be noted that while often used interchangeably, duties, taxes, and tariffs do have some differences, but they can all be classified as additional fees that are a part of the trade transaction. As businesses are engaged in international trade, staying informed about changes in trade policies and tariff rates will be key in strategic planning, managing costs, and balancing potential trade risks. So, let's break these terms down. Number 1, customs. Customs refers to the government agency responsible for regulating the flow of goods into and out of a country. Acting as the enforcer of laws and regulations related to imports and exports, Customs ensures compliance with trade agreements, collects duties and taxes, and prevents the illegal transport of goods. Number 2, duties. Also referred to as customs duties, duties are taxes imposed by a government. Primarily imposed on imports, some countries will impose duties on exports. Duties are typically calculated as a percentage of the declared value of the goods or based upon their quantity or weight. Number 3, taxes. Related to international shipping, taxes are levies imposed by a government on imported and/or exported goods. Types of taxes include value-added tax, goods and services tax, sales tax, excise tax, and even goods-specific tax. Taxes can be dependent upon the country's tax laws and regulations. And number 4, tariffs. Tariffs are a form of taxes or duties imposed on imported goods by the importing country's government. Tariffs can be applied in various forms, including ad valorem tariffs, which are based upon a percentage of the goods' value, or specific tariffs, which is a fixed amount per unit of goods. It's important to note that understanding the customs process and the fees associated with both imports and exports is key to ensuring a smooth international shipping process, and is also essential for accurate cost calculation, compliance with regulations, and allows companies to assess the competitiveness of products in foreign trade markets. Now, stay tuned for the final episode of this series where we'll dive into Incoterms.